It doesn't happen every day that the reigning champions win by 2 goals to nil and still somewhat provide an underwhelming performance, an uninspiring performance to say the least. What I mean by that is that if you were a new viewer to South African football, watching those 15 to 20 minutes, the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game between Pirates and Milford, you would have probably thought, Pirates is facing like a vet, like in the league, like what can I say, a seasoned PSL team in the league, like Amazulu, for example, But no, they were not. Orlando Pirates were facing Milford FC, a newly promoted side from the Motsepe Foundation Championship, promoted to the top tier of South African football. As much as Milford lost the game, massive credit to them for the way they set up. I mean, they were not afraid, or should I say, they did not give Orlando Pirates the respect that you expect that a newly promoted side would give the champions. They did not give them that. Those Pirates players, they looked petrified. They were hurried off the ball. They couldn't get a feel of the ball. Like, Milford were forcing them into mistakes. Nkosinathi Sibisi, for example. Talinde Mbatha, another example. Like, Pirates looked like they were void of ideas in those early stages of the game. Like, they couldn't get out of their half. They were getting gegenpressed by Milford. Yeah. And that brings me to Cameron Damson. Breath of fresh air. That boy carried Pirates. That boy carried that Pirates midfield on his young back. He carried Mbatha and Otito. I think Bafana, they may have found the deep line playmaker now. Like, the boy is giving... Who can I compare him to? Like, he's giving Maestro vibes. He's giving Andrea Pirlo vibes. And that boy is going to be around for the next decade or so. Because the boy is only 21. The sky is the limit for Cameron Danson. Like, we don't have that type of midfielder in our national team. We've been crying out for that type of midfielder. Like, we have a lot of runners in our midfield. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying that they're talentless. But we've never had a silky ball-playing midfielder in a long time. Well, now it turns out there's one emerging here at Orlando Pirates. But I actually want to see him there. I actually want to see him there next to a traditional six, like a Yaya Sole, a Tebogo Mokoena, or even his teammates, Utalente Mbatha. But I wouldn't really classify Utalente as a six. Utalente is more of an 8. He drives with the ball. Because Damson, he just offers something different, something that we don't have compared to the current midfielders we have, like in possession, or when South Africa will have the ball, or when Pirates have the ball. Like, the boy is press resistant. He has an eye for a pass. He glides through the heart of any midfield he's up against with ease. In the few cameos we saw him last season, and now this game he started. When you actually deep it, it's one of the reasons that we struggled in the World Cup. It's one of the reasons we struggled against Canada, because we didn't have a player who has skill sets at Damson, Like, we didn't have that profile in the national team. A player who can unlock a pass, eye of a needle pass. Like, not sideways football that we were playing, And he would have been able to link up with Umufukeng, therefore bringing the best out of him, thus allowing Umufukeng to express himself in zone 14 instead of trying to come back deep to collect the ball, to try and make something from deep, Leonto, it was hurting Umufukeng in the World Cup. You see, this is a skill set that Ibafana definitely has lacked in, like I said, in abundance. I mean, but now it could be a massive strength going into the next campaign in our attempts to qualify for another World Cup. But having said that, he does complement the guys we have in midfield. Like, I'm not saying that just because he has a different skill set that the other guys suck, Like, he can be a yin to the yang of Ria Sole a yin to the yang of Tebogo Mokoena. Like I even said, or even his teammates, Talent Mbata, who he already seems to be building a partnership with, they have an understanding. And that showed in that game against Milford. At the end of the day, we should be breeding these young talents in, like with dancing into the national team setup, because they won't be around forever. Like, I'm not even sure if he's gonna be even there, and he's gonna be even there in the next World Cup. Because like you see, Ronwen Williams is like 33, 34. He won't be there, probably. But hey, he's a goalkeeper, you never know. So we need to like bring these young players in. We need to blood them in as early as possible, to gain that experience that we need for the next World Cup, the next AFCONs. But I'm still mesmerized. I'm still mesmerized by the way he oozed confidence to cut through that midfield. Yeah, midfield. Like, he didn't care that they were being aggressive. He has that bit of bites with him. He has that bit of strength. Like, he relieved so much pressure off the defensive Pirates, because Pirates in those 15 to 30 minutes, they were up against it. Like, before they scored that free kick, they were up against it. It was so breathtaking. And in turn, he created transitions for Pirates now on multiple occasions by breaking the lines from midfield. I mean, Pirates have unearthed another gem from the academy. But, another part of me feels like maybe I'm being too hard on the rest of his teammates. I mean, it's only the first game of the season, and they're only going to get better with more match fitness, And most of these players, I'm speaking about Orlando Pirates players, most of them, they were playing in the World Cup. They were starting in the World Cup. So they definitely haven't had the time off to rest and recover like the other players, like Damson, who weren't picked for the national team. I don't know where that first goal would have come from if Wapolis didn't score that free kick, which in a way, I'd also say was lucky because it deflected. Because at that point in the game, it just felt like a sucker punch to Milford, because it felt like that goal came against the run of play. I don't know if I'm the only person that feels like that, but feel free to comment if you feel otherwise, or even if you agree with me. Because it felt like the Pirates players' bodies, they were on the pitch, but their brains were still like switched on to preseason, if I may put it in that way. It didn't feel like they were playing a competitive match, up until that goal by Apolis, which kind of woke them up, if I can put it that way. Like, they were making basic errors. Ombata were making square passes in his own half against such an aggressive gegenpress by Milford, which was uncharacteristic of him. But before I end this review, I want to give a massive shout out to the coach of Milford. Dr. Kanti Pupuma. It's definitely not the results he and his charges wanted. It's definitely not the result they wanted. But he ought to be proud. He ought to be proud of his boys, of the performance that they displayed on Saturday. Like, they almost embarrassed Pirates. I mean, if they had more quality in the final third, who knows? They could have and probably should have got something out of this game. I mean, if they approach each and every game that they're going to play this season in this manner, they're not going to have trouble staying up. And they're going to cause a lot of teams this season a lot of problems. I mean, it's not crazy to assume that they can stay up. I mean, if they play like this, they can definitely be better than two other teams. I'm sure there will be two worse teams than them in the league, They just need to convert their chances that they get. The chaos that they create in games, they need to convert that chaos into points. Because to stay in the league, you need to have points. Anyways, people, if you have found this video informative, please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe. You know how it is, guys. Bye for now. Peace and love, peoples.